Hello, Lacrosse friends. Welcome to the Peterborough Memorial Center and Game 7 of the Major Series Lacrosse Championships. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire, bringing you this JBI Sports Network presentation of All the Marbles. It is exciting tonight. We are expecting a packed house. It's filling in pretty well here for the 7 o'clock game. I think a few people not used to the 7 o'clock start. Hopefully you're all here now. Well, you're all here now, obviously, but hopefully nobody tunes in an hour and missed a bunch. But we are looking at what should be a great game. Here is some voting, who you think will win, and the fans are pretty strongly behind the Chiefs.
Yeah, we saw them behind the Chiefs in Game 6 as well. Game 7 here, they think all the momentum's on the Chiefs side, and it is, but this is Game 7. You got Peterborough, who has the home floor advantage, but you do have Six Nations, who has looked and has been the better team for the last 3 games. So
yep.
I think this is a Game 7. Anything can happen. I think this is going to be the most even game we've seen thus far.
I think you throw it all out the last 6 games and just
yep.
see those are the results from Game 6. You can look at them and see what you can read from it. I think the only thing you take is the Lakers made a pushback in the second period and especially in the third, which means it's anybody's game. Peterborough won the third period 4-3, which I think was important for them. Six Nations is already feeling pretty good coming into this game. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I think if Peterborough would have laid down in that third period and not made a pushback, then you could be worried. But the fact that they fought back and made it a close game in that third period, there was definitely a lot of positives to take from there. And I think this is going to be an instant classic. Like you said, it's for all the marbles.
Agreed. Our players to watch tonight from the Chiefs, Randy Stotts, a huge game the other night. He was flat on the ground just like his brother at one point, but Randy Stotts is playing very well in the last couple of games. He didn't play much early, missed most of the early part of the playoffs with a groin issue, and he's come back big time for Peterborough, though.
Mark Steinhaus, he's been lights out as well. It took him a little while to get going in Game 6, but he had a big goal to really spark that comeback in the third. And I mean, if you're thinking about MVPs for the Peterborough Lakers in this, or for the MVP in the playoffs, he's got to be one of your candidates for sure. Yeah,
we will fill out our MVP ballots tonight, and of course this is the first game where you pick if this team wins and if this team wins. And I think Steinhaus is probably right up in the conversation for Peterborough. I think if Six Nations wins, I don't think it's a very difficult choice. I think Dillon Ward has been the man who's made the difference the most.
Yeah, I mean, you take the literal definition, who has been the most valuable in this series in the playoffs. It's got to be Dillon Ward, because they wouldn't have come back to Game 7 tonight if it wasn't for him.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with Game 7 MSL Finals.
Hi, I'm Adam Beach, and I support the Dreamcatcher charitable foundation. With your support, we can help improve First Nation communities and make dreams come true. Because today's dreamer is tomorrow's leader. Your donation to Dreamcatcher leaves no one behind. To find out how you can help, visit dcfund.ca.
Well, welcome back, Lacrosse friends, to Game 7 of the MSL Finals. And we're going to have the anthem shortly. The ceremonial face-off didn't happen. Scott Self, Sid Smith were out there. Scott Self was ready to run the whole thing. He had the ball. He was ready to go, but didn't happen. We will be going to the anthem in just a moment. Just a reminder, this copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the JBI Sports Network and may not be reproduced in whole or in part in any form without the express written consent of JBI Sports Network. Thank you for being with us. We are excited. The players are excited. The coaches, I know, are excited. The fans are firing up. Everybody. That's right. Let us know. Send us a picture of you watching it on TV. I know we've got some bars running. Those are from the last game. And my sister texted me a picture of her watching because she and my girlfriend Carrie, they didn't know how to tweet in, so they're not big tweeters. So they weren't included, but they were doing it. Now, quickly, trivia. Tonight's the third year in a row we're going to a Game 7 between these teams. What were the scores in the last 2 years of those Game 7? Anthem, we'll be right back. Is a pretty full house. I was checking even yesterday morning to see how the seats were, and there were no pairs together in the lower bowl. It was only singles. You had to go up top. Dillon Ward, we talked about as the MVP, putative MVP if the Chiefs win tonight. He has been outstanding.
He's been lights out, and look how he's just sitting back, so casual, so laid back, and that's why he's been so good, is because he doesn't get rattled and he's so calm. And you look in the other cage, Matt Vince, he has been very solid as well. I think both goalies for Peterborough have done a fine job. It's just they get outshadowed because of how solid Dillon Ward has been.
Yeah, I was talking to a former goalie the other night. I think it was Steve Dietrich, and he was saying, it used to be you gave up 8 goals, and people were like, great job. Now, you give up 8 goals, and it's like, what's wrong with you? It's because these defenses are so good. The faceoffs have been a battle as well. Jake Withers and Jeremy Thompson and Ian Garrison will give possession to the Lakers. Jake Withers will have it, and he will go and change out that beat-up faceoff stick. It really takes a pounding. Grabs his D-stick, and John Grant Jr. with the ball. Yes, he is in the lineup tonight for the Peterborough Lakers. The only change on either roster is Grant in for Josh Courier. So the Lakers go with 5 lefties and 2 righties, and that ball almost rolled through. You talked about Ward being unflappable. He calmly picked up that ball that was about 3 inches from his goal line.
Yeah. Oh, look what's behind me. Oh, I guess I better pick that up.
Ryan Benesh is going to give it off to Austin Stotts, who is a miracle man in this series, bouncing back from turned ankles. And, there's a pass into the stands, went off the giant tiger sign on the steps, and it will be run up the floor by Dylan Evans. He had a big goal the other night. But Stotts, the rolled ankle, the shoulder separations, 2 in the series. Oh, and Joel Matthews is out on the floor for Peterborough. So a bit of a change. There's a third righty. That was not even on the roster sheet. He was listed as a scratch.
Must have been a last-minute change for this
Lakers team. Decided he was okay, and that will help. I think that's a big difference maker for them. They need that big banger up in the forward ranks on the right side especially. So, I mean, you've got Vitarelli and Culp on the left side to do it. There's Stainhouse with a shot from outside. That one's blocked. I think it was John Sullivan getting it. Sullivan tries to scoop it up as Jeremy Thompson has it. Sean Evans running back to check him, and that shot goes way up into the mesh. Just got away from Thompson. I'm not sure if Thompson, he did have a chance to get his regular stick after the faceoff.
Yeah, no, I think that one might have just got away from him there, and we'll see that's how close that was there to it being a goal.
It got closer too.
Yeah.
Stainhouse over to Turner Evans back in the lineup. He scored a big goal last game. Tough decision between him and Holden Catoni. That shot goes high and wide. Matthews scoops it up though. Over to Jones, shoots, stopped. And the Lakers have taken 2 shots, and they've both come close to going in, which is a good sign for them in one way. It's also a sign Dillon Ward's pretty sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you look at this the way this series has started, especially the last few games, it's been Six Nations who's come out to the hot start. The Lakers, especially with this home floor advantage, they can get that first goal, this roof will pop off.
Yeah, even in games 1 and 2, the Lakers trailed 3-1 after the first period. There's Vince with a save on Stephen Keogh. He saw that one all the way. And Robert Hope will run it forward. And Hope has been just the last couple of years, he's just gotten better and better as a breakout player. And boy, he is a future captain for this team, I would think. Sean Evans over to Stainhouse. Shot by Stainhouse, save. It comes way out. Thrown ahead by Brock. Is it too far for Merrill? Vince is going to not jump it. Now he does try and get it. Merrill will pick it up. Weiss is back there. Ian Lord picks up Cody Jamieson, but Dane Smith has a shot. That one bounces high and wide. Scott Self made it a little difficult for Smith to have his lane. And there's Evans checking Merrill, who somehow manages to roll it over to Randy Stotts. There's Dane Smith cutting. I think that was blocked by the defender. It was, because the shot clock about to expire. It is picked up, which may have been a mistake by the wily veteran Ian Lord. Yeah, they keep play going, so it just wasn't reset. I don't think the officials actually waved for the reset. Here's Weiss. Tries to get a pass over to Grant, and Weiss probably should have shot that one. Here's Jamieson. He will shoot. Stopped by Vince. Those two face each other in Nighthawks practice all the time, and Vince gets a better run of that one.
Yeah, he definitely got the better in that one. I mean, you give number 88 all that space. Normally you think it's going to be automatic, but a huge stop by Vince.
Paul Dawson covering Matthews. He's going to give it up to Sean Evans. A fast pace, a lot of energy to start this game. Evans, there's a moving pick by Matthews. That's okay early in the game. You establish the line. I always talk about it. You want to find out what they're going to call and what they're not. And that he now knows is the line. Matthews will set lots more hard picks in this game. Dan Dawson has the ball, player without a stick. It was Austin Stotts. The rebound is picked up, and there goes Chad Tutton. He drops the ball, or he would have had an open lane to the net. Jeremy Thompson was rushing out, but Tutton had some room. Vitarelli catches it, shoots, misses, and Sid Smith picks it up. Tutton and Vitarelli both going after him. Now they'll head to the bench, and Merrill passes it ahead to Austin Stotts. There is not a lot of time between possessions. Both teams pushing the pace, which I have to think favors the Lakers a little bit. There's a save by Vince as they want to push the tempo. They want to run the Chiefs more of a 5-on-5 team.
Yeah, I think also in this building with the opposite side benches, Peterborough has a real advantage coming off that bench.
That's true. Playing here, 9 times in the regular season, and of course all the times in the playoffs, over half their games. Whereas the Chiefs, it's always a little adjustment. Although this is the 4th game in this series, and the Chiefs have been here plenty, but it is still a small advantage for the home team. Evans is going to shovel it back to Stainhouse. He wants to shoot. That one goes off of Mike McNamara, bounces straight over to Sullivan. He's going to slow it down, hand it off to Jamieson, who's not slowing anything down. He'll shoot. Looked like it might have been going wide, but Vince didn't want any of that, so he knocked it aside. Stainhouse gets it. Great job by Dylan Evans to take out his man over in the far corner. Here comes Vitarelli. Shoulders away Brody Merrill, but lost the ball in the process. It will be scooped up by Chad Culp. Culp looking for someone in front. Matthews is picked up effectively by Sid Smith, the captain of Six Nations. Smith's such a great leader. Here comes Grant. Going to the net, scores. Nope, they're going to say crease. And that is interesting. The ball got in there, I think. But Grant definitely stepped into the crease. It's more a matter of timing, and it looked like Ward got just enough of it to slow it down before it got in. John Grant's looking pretty good tonight, and that's a huge factor for Peterborough. There's Banesh over to Stotts. He drives to the net. He's going to go into Vince. And it's the old push the guy into your goalie, then get mad at him for going into your goalie. You expect nothing less, and Grant has the ball at the other end already, and they're going to call too many men on Peterborough, and that's a pretty good call because they had at least 6 guys on the floor, maybe 7 actually.
Yeah, no doubt about that one there. That's the right call.
You can't see the whole floor in the camera, but they had 3 guys in the offensive zone and 3 in the defensive zone and 1 heading to the bench. So definitely the right call. And Stotts will give it off to Dane Smith. Nice 2-man game defensively by the Lakers, but Banesh gets a shot off. They're saying that did go off a Laker. It's so hard to tell, as we said, whether it actually hits the defender's stick or it's just stick-on-stick changing the direction. Here comes Jamieson. Stop. Vince took everything away. Jamieson, one of the best, but even he can't score when there's nowhere to put the ball. Evans takes that from pretty much right out of the stick of Adam Jones as they were standing beside each other. Drives to the net. Mike McNamara knocks him down. Evans just bounces up like he's off a trampoline. And there's Stainhouse taking it from Grant, and then Grant catches it. That's twice in one shift we've had 2 Peterborough players with their sticks, one behind the other. Grant, in one hand, passes behind to Evans. 7 on the shot clock. McNamara on him. They've had McNamara on Evans a lot this series. Jones gets a shot off that hits Ethan O'Connor. O'Connor has quietly had himself a great series. Another one of the trade deadline pickups.
Yeah, I really like O'Connor's game. Big, fast, strong, athletic player. Can push the ball up in tempo. And you know what? On a 5-on-5, one-on-one situation, he's such a good defender.
Austin Stotts looking for the shot. Can't get it. He's going to give it to Dan Dawson. Dawson just misses. It goes off of Vince, though. And it's going to bounce up into the crowd. Six Nations possession. Roger Weiss comes off and Cody Jamerson comes on.
I thought Dawson had a fantastic game. Not shooting nearly as much, but boy, really quarterbacking this offense. 5
assists in Game 6, and he was a legit game changer in that one. Nice save by Vince off the big man. Brad Self will run it forward. Mark Stainhouse takes it. The Lakers really need either Stainhouse or Evans or John Grant or Adam Jones to just step up and have a big game. They need someone because they just haven't quite been clicking offensively. They need someone to start dropping to get some confidence going. They're going to have Stainhouse with the ball. He'll pass it in. Jones turns, just misses. Nice job by Matthews to knock it away from Sid Smith, but it goes straight to Dillon Ward. He implacably passes it over to Brody Merrill.
You talk about, one of those players stepping up, and the good thing about it is with those players, they have the ability to sometimes, if things aren't going well for the team, they just can produce something just taking it to the rack.
Big pick from Dane Smith. Randy Stotts shoots wide, comes out to Weiss. He goes to Randy Stotts. He's on his offside, 7 to shoot. He's coming around, watched by Nick Weiss. Weiss will get that rebound. Great shift by Weiss, and Stotts falls behind the net. See if the Lakers can push the tempo. Great job by the Chiefs to get their defenders out on the floor and slow down that Peterborough rush. Weiss will stay up and play in the offensive zone. He's going to set a pick on Paul Dawson. It's a good one, or Billy D. Smith, and Smith didn't like it. Weiss almost knocked that one in out of midair on the rebound of the Evans shot. He tries to get past Mike McNamara. Boy, McNamara's having a good game series too. That shot by Jones just turned aside. Out front, Evans is stopped by Ward. Dillon Ward is bringing it again tonight. And we're going to have a penalty coming to John Sullivan as he flattened Adam Jones heading to the bench. And that is the kind that usually seems to come back and bite you.
Absolutely, and we've seen Ian Garrison ref a few games in this series, and he's the type of ref that, 5-on-5 during the play, he'll let a lot go, but when he makes his calls, it's coming for after the play, and that's exactly what we see here. So we'll see the rebound come out here. Actually, we're going to see Evans' almost scoring opportunity here. And Sword with an unbelievable save, and then follows it up.
Oh, it was the crossbar. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Prime scoring opportunity there for the Lakers, but they have a chance to go on the power play here. But we have seen the Six Nations Chiefs do a fantastic job killing penalties here.
Joel Matthews is out there with Sean Evans and Mark Stainhouse on the right side, Vitarelli and Jones on the left side, Grant on the bench. Coates and Sid Smith down low, Brody Merrill and Billy D. Smith up top. Shot just wide by Matthews. Not used to seeing Matthews on the power play, especially when he hasn't been playing. Maybe they think a different look will help. Jones shoots. That one's just wide. Vitarelli tried to get it. It goes to Jones instead, and they throw it back out. Stainhouse has it with a fresh 30. Brody Merrill, a big pick from Matthews. Apparently the line is just before that, or just after that, I guess. Matthews has it. He steps in, thought about shooting. Early in the season, he was nervous about shooting, wasn't playing his game. He got better and better as the season went on. That pass picked off by Sid Smith. Vitarelli tried to touch it over. They're going to get it ahead to Benesh, but Matthews has really stepped up in the late regular season and in the playoffs, and I think it really helps them to have him back. We'll see. Austin Stotts, watched by Jake Withers. He gets by Tutton, but there's the double team there on him. Pass across to Benesh, going to the net. Oh, what a save. I don't know if that was crossbar or hand, but either way, Vince took away the shooting lane, the shooting angle.
Wow.
Sean Evans.
Athletic stop there.
I'll tell you, if Matt Vince is on his game too, this could be a low-scoring and exciting game. Halfway through the first period, Vitarelli up to Jones, over to Grant. This is more what you expect to see with Grant up there. Over to Stainhouse, they're moving around. Jones sets a pick. Grant shoots off the boards to Evans, 5 to shoot. Over to Vitarelli, scores! Bounces it in off of Ward. That's the kind of movement the Lakers need. They get a power play goal to make it 1-0. It took over 10 minutes, but we've got somebody on the board.
That's the exact ball movement that's going to beat that Chiefs power play or penalty kill and going to beat Dillon Ward. You got to fire it around north, south, bang it east, west, and that's the huge stop that we saw there. But we've talked about it numerous times, and it looked like Ward almost got that there. We talked about it numerous times. Corey Vitarelli, so good along the crease, in tight situations, is just quickly in and out of his stick and puts it in the smallest of areas where Dillon Ward couldn't stop it.
Lakers get the ball off the face-off. And, I didn't mention Vitarelli among the guys who need to step it up because he's actually been scoring pretty consistently for them. And he has such great hands, as you mentioned, on the crease. Just gets that in. Grant spins around. He's going to pass it out. Up top. Turner Evans shoots. That one doesn't get through. It's knocked down and then picked up immediately by O'Connor. Up to Jamison. 4 blue and red shirts coming out to meet him. Austin Stotts gives it back to Jamison. Unbelievable what Jamison's doing on a knee that has to undergo surgery after this series. Yeah. Spin move by Randy Stotts. Great play, but couldn't get the shot on, and Vince grabs it off the backboards. That's pretty much how Six Nations scored their first goal the other night. Stotts was the recipient of a shot that went off the boards, but this time Vince is there to grab it.
That didn't take the home floor bounce that it did last time.
Well, I guess it did since it's a different home floor.
Right.
Corey Vitarelli with Paul Dawson on him. Jones lost his stick. Now he's got it just as the pass gets there. That was great timing by Vitarelli. Evans with the shot. That one didn't get through. Brody Merrill tries to pick it up, and Evans gets it. Vitarelli will shoot with 3 seconds left. That one's blocked. Boy, we've talked about the Lakers shot blocking the playoffs, but the Six Nations Chiefs are stepping up too.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know what? All series long, they've been both teams blocking shots, getting their sticks in the lane, picking off passes. And I don't know how many times I've said it, but I'm going to keep saying it because it's true. The offense of these teams.
Oh, what a shot. Is that in? No, Vince just got it. Dane Smith goes into the crease, and Ian Lord gives him a whack. And I'll tell you, Lord had a brilliant defensive shift on Dane Smith. Smith was moving all over, and Ian Lord, I've talked about it before, he is quicker than I've seen him in a long time. I think this is the first year in a few years he's fully healthy, and he has been so quick and did a great job on Smith there. That pass to Turner Evans would have found him naked on the crease. He dropped it, goes over to his cousin Sean, over to Grant. He lets a bomb go, stopped by Ward, and we've seen plenty of those go in. Jones will fling it back, I think trying to get it to Grant. It goes all the way back to Vince, but they've got 30 seconds, so lots of time, and John Grant Jr. will come back. And good sign for Lakers fans that John Grant, in his last MSL playoff game in Peterborough, is going to shoot. Oh, foot. Ward again, best feet in the business. Mara picks up the ball. No, he doesn't. It's on the ground. Jones again flings it back. This time to Stephen Hort, gets by him. Matt Vince will pick it up. And again, another fresh 30. The Chiefs did get, I think, one new defender out in Brody Merrill, but other than that, they've got some tired guys. Let's see if the Lakers get them moving. Oh, they were running low on the 30. They did not have a reset. The refs were counting it, so the Lakers had to take that shot. Brody Merrill running. Withers after him, just lobs it back for Jamison. Merrill will stay out and play offense, as he's done periodically through the series. Stephen Keel, watched by Brad Self. Pick from Stotts. Hope playing the two-man game with him. Stotts gets one off, but it's blocked by Hope. Merrill picks it up. Over to Stotts, fakes the pass, shoots. Nice save by Vince, who stayed home, didn't go for the fake. And here goes Jake Withers, one of 3 rookies in the defensive end for Peterborough, all of whom have been excellent for them all year. Bryce Sweeting, I think, may have been their steadiest rookie defender, and Zach Courier has just been a difference maker in defense and transition. Stainhouse, watched closely by Sid Smith. Nice job on the two-man game as Matthews tried to set the pick, but Smith went right with him. Oh, a big pick from Matthews on Sullivan. A shot by Stainhouse, stopped by Ward. There's a lead pass to Benesh coming off the bench. Perfect timing as he was still in the box as the Chief got close to the box to the other end. So no too many men call. You can be on the floor as long as you're in that change box. Smith, nice move, scores. We've seen that a ton, and he just went by Dylan Evans. Those two are rivals in Buffalo and Rochester, and respectively, and we've seen Dane Smith do that a ton this year.
Yeah, that is his copyright trademark move, the little jab step, whoop, and just that little quick sidearm release.
I think the thing is here, he throws that jab step, and he's so quick going the other way. Like, you see guys with good jab steps, but that one, he is so fast to change directions. Like, the stop is one thing, but how quickly he gets going the other way is unbelievable. That's going to be Peterborough ball in the face-off.
He's like a tight end playing lacrosse. He's got quick feet, big body, and great hands. It's really quite remarkable how athletic he really is.
Which one, Gronkowski? Tyler Eifert?
Yeah.
One of those, I think.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm not sure he's quite the bull in the China shop that Gronkowski is, but
maybe a little closer to
maybe
Eifert.
Eifert, yeah. That's a big compliment. Too many men there. The shot by Evans almost got in. The ball bounces out, and the Chiefs that time a little bit early. And Ian Garrison was standing right there. Rich Kilgore disagrees with it, and Ian Garrison saying, come on, Rich, you know you were on early. Chris Williams and Ian Garrison, the referees, I think they've done a very good job. I know a lot of the fans don't agree with them, and probably some of the players and coaches. Evans trying to find some space, backing in on McNamara. Now Grant comes over to set some room for him. Jones with the pass from Stanos scores. You can see the space opening up, and Adam Jones, when he has that much room, is tough to stop. It's 2-1 Lakers.
Jones with an outside bomb that we've seen a lot in this building, 6 to be exact in game 1.
Yeah.
Very similar goals, couple goals that he had actually in that game. You know, that's just a perfect setup there. You see the skip pass, slides coming across, not enough time, and you give Adam Jones that much time to shoot, and it doesn't matter if it's Dillon Ward, and it might matter that it's Dillon Ward because he knows him so well. He does know his weaknesses, his very few weaknesses, I should say.
You always wonder about that, right? Like, who has the advantage in a situation where, you know, his junior teammates, and, you know, they've seen each other, and then teammates in Colorado.
Yep.
They've played so much together and against each other in practice. You know, who gets the advantage? The shooter? It's like pitcher versus hitter if they faced each other a lot.
Yeah.
Right there, it was Adam Jones. The Lakers coming back. They want another one. If Jones wants another one, that one's right in the middle of the chest pad, though.
And that's
Zach Currier knocked down in front. The Lakers fans want a penalty on that one. Currier's been a terrific player for the Lakers. A little more finish, and he would be. Oh, what a shot by Dane Smith. He ties it up. Offside, sub shot, low to low, finds a hole. I don't think Vince saw that ball.
Kids, if you're watching at home, that's something that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
But because you're Dane Smith, you're definitely allowed to. Like you said, sub shot from the wrong side on the floor through 3 bodies, and 1 including your own defender. But you know what? You're not Dane Smith. He can do things that nobody's allowed to do.
I was talking to I remember talking to a coach earlier in the year, and he told me after one goal, it was Brad MacArthur and Barry, and he said Caleb Wiles scored a goal in a Sealax game, and when he came to the bench, Brad said, I said to my guy, or after the goal, he said, if any of you guys take that shot, you're sitting right here. Caleb, it's okay, because he is a special player at the Sealax level, which, you know, we're sad to see Sealax gone.
Yeah,
but,
no, that is unfortunate. There's going to be a lot of good ball players that won't have a place to play this winter.
Stainhouse tracks down the ball. It's 2-2, and Grant takes possession with 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Over to Jones. He steps back and shoots. Almost got through the bottom. That 5-hole hasn't been successful until they get him moving, but almost snuck one through. But again, Ward makes a save and Stotts over to Benesh. The Chiefs on the offensive end. Dan Dawson's the trailer. He gets the ball over to Randy Stotts. Lord on him. Nice little spin off. There's a shot by Austin Stotts, and Vince had to be sharp on that one. It was high. Vince can't get it, so he lets Ian Garrison pull it out. And Vince says, I think I need a drink of water after that.
Yeah, that's fair. He's definitely earned his right to get a drink.
Just a reminder that this copyright broadcast is presented by authority of the JVI Sports Network and may not be reproduced in whole or in part or rebroadcast in any form without the expressed written consent of the JVI Sports Network. Thank you all for being here. We haven't had an update on how many people are watching. Hopefully lots, because this is a terrific game. And we have just a moment. You want to let us know about one of our sponsors there,
Yeah,
Pat?
we have a few sponsors tonight. One of them, ILA Sports. It's your one-stop shop for lacrosse, hockey, and baseball, located right in the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for latest in sports, product arrivals, promotions, sales, contests, and everything you need in equipment.
Here we go with the Lakers in possession. Matt Vince has everything back together. Vitarelli took the pass from Grant. Now he gets a pick from Grant. Boy, John Grant has adjusted his game to a bit more of a picking and distributing role. And he has been, I think, really good for Colorado. And now for Peterborough and Chad Culp with a bit of a change-up. I think someone got a stick-on-stick contact that slowed that one down, and Dillon Ward kind of moved past it. It's 3-2 Lakers.
Yeah, I'd like to definitely take a look on that replay. It might have been that little change up. It took a nice bounce inside that crease that kind of changed its plane. But we'll see. Culp, we always talk about how good he is off ball, you know, getting his nose dirty, but he reminds us there with that outside shot. that he's got some skill to his game too.
It's actually a body check. And there's a bit of a push. The pick by Vitarelli shoved the defender into Chad Culp. And Culp, we do talk about the grit. We do talk about the toughness that he adds, and he does for sure, the blue-collar attitude, but he gets those big goals. You got to be strong to get that shot off when you're getting hit like that, but it did still slow it down, and that messed Ward up a bit. So give Corey Vitarelli an assist whether he actually got one. He did not, but Adam Jones with it. Lakers would love to extend this lead rather than letting the Chiefs come back as they have the last 2 times. They won't right now. It's just a moving pick. 2:42 to go here in the first period. And Roger Weiss, the veteran Rocket, has the ball. Dane Smith, Ian Lord on him. They've had Lord on him a lot. Oh, what a play. No goal. Oof. Moving pick as Zach Carrera was flattened by Stephen Keel. Here's Vitarelli the other way. Can't scoop it up, or he had a chance to go in. Coates picks him up. Vitarelli does have the ball. Throws it back to Mark Stainhouse. Culp runs through the middle, takes Sid Smith with him. Leaves the ball there for Evans. Stainhouse watched by Dawson, but Evans spinning on Brody Merrill. Low pass that Culp catches. Grant just bumps his man. We're going to say a moving pick. It actually looked like it may have been the other way, but here comes Jamison. Shoots, scores! Jamison so dangerous in bench transition, and he comes on to tie it 3-3.
He's got that quick release. As soon as you think the Lakers defenders are closing up some space on him, he rips that shot so quickly. You know, always using the bounce shot. Not always, but lots of the time coming off that bench, a little sidearm rip, torques his body real well.
Now,
looks like something.
Yeah, something's happening. Definitely the ball goes in. Ian Garrison has been talking to the Chiefs bench. It looks like he's indicating that they have a penalty. No.
There was something going on that both teams were discussing there. We'll see if we can find that out.
I'll go down to the intermission and see what I can learn about that.
Jamison did go into the crease after and point saying it did go in, so I don't know maybe if Garrison was saying you don't need any extra stuff like that. I'm not too sure. Like you said, we'll have to find out.
I know the refs did talk to both benches and say don't be yelling, don't be getting on us because you will get penalized for it. We're not going to put up with it. Jones with the shot just wide on the far side. Gets up into the mesh. They're going to say it went off of a Chief, either Ward or one of the defenders, and Evans will start with a fresh 30. Out to Joel Matthews. That one goes off McNamara. Nice block by McNamara. But Turner Evans will get it. 20 on the shot clock. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire, bringing you this JVI Sports Network presentation. Made possible by ILA Sports, among others. We'll get to our other sponsors shortly. There's a shop at Grant. Aero Express Sports is one of them. And the Dreamcatcher Fund that you saw. Love the work the Dreamcatcher does. Weiss comes out to meet Benesh, and you hear people yelling early. You're generally not going to get a too many men call when you're not pushing the pace. If it's not creating a scoring chance, they won't often call it. There's Benesh with the shot saved by the post, I think, judging by how it rang out. Smith to Roger Weiss. He gets it to Randy Stotts.
Austin
into the final
Stotts
minute.
heading to the bench there.
There's a block by Nick Weiss on the shot by Jamison, and Austin Stotts is definitely not looking very comfortable. He's spent more time in the trainer's room. Oh, what a wrap check by the defender. And Dane Smith's not happy. I think it's Nick Weiss he's going after, his teammate in Buffalo. No, it's actually Scott Self. Ball up the floor now. John Grant has it. They're waiting for Adam Jones to come out. His Self was pinned by Smith after that check. That was a great play by Scott Self to deny a good scoring chance for Dane Smith. Here's Evans trying to create a scoring chance at the other end. He thought about shooting. Brody Merrill is in perfect position. Stainhouse pick the shot. Vitarelli gets it. Jones picks it up. He'll shoot. Trying to get a reset, but Ward controlled the rebound. Throws it ahead to Jamison, and he was a little early that time. But yeah, and they are calling it. Yeah, he was definitely out early.
Definitely the right call.
So I was looking as he came out. I saw him come off the bench, and I looked to the other side, and they were still a couple steps away. And when you're creating a scoring chance, normally they'll give you 2 or 3 steps if you're just coming out. But if you're creating a scoring chance and the ball is coming to you, you have to be very particular. And Chris Williams saw it and made that call. It is 3-3, a great first period. We're expecting plenty more of this. And Pat, what you expected from this one?
You know what? Everything is so close, Saw the goaltenders try to outduel each other. The offense getting a lot of chances, and the defense has been tough as nails. What else is expected, though?
It's been great. We are looking forward to plenty more. Thanks for being with us on JVI Sports Network's presentation of MSL Finals.
Hi, I'm Adam Beach, and I support the Dreamcatcher charitable foundation. With your support, we can help improve First Nation communities and make dreams come true. Because today's dreamer is tomorrow's leader. Your donation to Dreamcatcher leaves no one behind. To find out how you can help, visit dcfund.ca.
Back lacrosse friends to Game 7 of the MSL Finals. Six Nations at Peterborough. Great game. I'm Stephen Stan with Pat Gregoire, who's going to let us know who's bringing us the presentation tonight.
Well, first off, it's the Dreamcatcher Fund. They do some great work as well, like you mentioned already. We want to thank the Dreamcatcher Fund to making this possible. We have a couple other sponsors as well. It's the ILA Sports, located right in the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It's your one-stop shop for lacrosse, hockey, baseball, and custom sportswear. And last but certainly not least, it's Arrows Express Sports, and they want to let you know that winter lacrosse sessions are ready for registration. Sessions will run from October 10th to February 12th. So sign up today. There's lots of options. They've got paperweight, they have girls box lacrosse, girls field lacrosse, and box lacrosse co-ed as well.
That's just about a month away. Here's some people watching on a tablet there. Lovely.
I think that was Roscoe Smith.
I think it was Roscoe Smith up on the big screen TV. That's the way they're doing it at home. There's Wayne Paddock.
At the X.
Where is he? At the X. There you go.
Not bad. Might hurt his data bill, though.
And there's a Scott Self fan. Again, up on the big screen. I know my mother and my niece are watching on the big screen. There's another one, big screen. It looks so good when you put it up. Hook the TV.
Put it up on the HDMI cable. You know, Apple TV action maybe as well.
I was actually, Robert Hope's mom was telling me about how they have the little, like, something cast. That there's just a thing that say, hey, Bill O'Brien.
Nice.
Thanks, from Thompson Brothers Lacrosse. And there's another one. Here we go, Jeremy Thompson. One of the Thompson brothers. The elder statesman of the four against Jake Withers. Withers pulls it out, goes to Stephen Hoare. He can't get it. Dane Smith tries to pick it up. Hoare runs him over. O'Connor hits him. Ball's behind them all, and slipping it was Robert Hope.
Another big-time Lucy from Robert Hope. We've seen him do that a lot on the face-off, a lot in his own end. He's been, one of the unsung heroes for this team.
Well, he's been sung if you're listening to us.
Yeah, we have sung his praise.
We're talking about how good he is. They've got so many guys playing well. Ian Lord, Zach Currier, a lot of guys. Nick Lees. Oh, what a shot, John Grant Jr. in junior fashion. That is the difference he can bring, and they are fired up with the behind-the-back snipe.
That is just vintage John Grant Jr., BTB. I mean, the guy is just a legend. The way he scores goals, not just how many goals he has.
These are he doesn't just go around the back himself. He goes past Adam Jones's head.
And he's so far out taking a behind-the-back shot there. And his behind-the-back shots are almost harder than a lot of players, forearm shots are. Forehands,
There's a loose ball off the face-off. Nice job by Evans to run over Brody Merrill, but Merrill responds well to just tap it over his head to Coates, and Dan Dawson will set up. Now, the key for the Lakers is to not allow the response. The Chiefs have responded each of the three Lakers goals in the first period. Here's Dane Smith trying to do it again. There's a save by Matt Vince. Now, can the Lakers extend their lead? Evans taking it first off the bench. Second period, the righties will be off the bench for the Lakers. That'll be Evans most of the time. Here comes Jones. Turns him aside. Jones still trying to spin. Nice pick by Turner Evans. There's another one over to Sean Evans. He passes it down to Vitarelli. Gets away from him, though. They've got 10 on the shot clock as Vitarelli picks it up. Comes up through the top. Behind the back and almost, I'm not going to say what, he almost hit Ian Garrison. And what a shot by Vitarelli. Evans flicks it over and Vitarelli gets one off. It touches him, and we're going to have a possession call. What an effort by Sean Evans against Brody Merrill to get the ball back. Stainhouse has it now, and Sullivan runs out to him. John Sullivan, one of the Chiefs, having a great series. David Brock out on Jones. Grant hesitates and throws it to Evans. He'll cut to the middle. A bunch of Lakers going to the middle. There's Stainhouse. There's Grant. Gets it. Shoots. Just stopped by Dillon Ward. He just got enough off his Colorado teammate. Stainhouse taking his time to set things up with Sullivan on him. Merrill fights off the pick from Evans. The shovel pass to Evans. Stainhouse trying to pick to come across. I thought they were going to Vitarelli, go to Jones instead. He had to take it off the boards. Stainhouse. Lakers have been forcing these defenders to run around. A huge pick by Evans, a little bit too big as he flattened John Sullivan. And here comes Dan Dawson the other way. He'll shoot off the post. comes out. Nice pickup by Jake Withers as it almost went straight to Ryan Benesh. Here comes Stephen Hoare running the floor.
That would have been their perfect, reply quickly off the bench.
Yep,
Dan
just
Dawson
like the first three.
Just hitting the post there.
Evans, watched by Sid Smith. Behind the back pass to Stainhouse, gets away. Jeremy Thompson half a step away from being able to go pick it up. There's a shot from the outside. Loose ball, nice work by Matthews. He's trying to track the man down, but Thompson holds it off. Chad Culp running back in D, as is Matthews. Ethan O'Connor, watched by Weiss. He's going to backpedal and eventually get it over to Stephen Keel. Dawson taking his time, letting everyone get set up. Austin Stotts is back. He's over there being watched by Matthews. Dane Smith, he's going to shoot. Saved by Vince. Looked like there might be a spot for him.
Yeah, that's an all right take there. Just couldn't quite find the back of the cage.
Matthews to Culp. Shoots. Knocked away by Dan Coates, but Stainhouse will get it back. Oh, they're going to say he missed the net. I thought that Ward got a bit of it. Nice strip. Mike McNamara comes up with it. And the Chiefs come down the other end. Stotts backpedaling to Smith. I think most shots that Dane Smith takes are good takes.
Yeah.
Because he can hit from anywhere.
Well, we saw it on his second goal.
Pass through. Oh, it's tipped away by Zach Courier. Nice job getting in the lane, but he almost fooled Matt Vince. There's a long pass for Evans. He's going to try and go to the net past Dawson, but then sees there's 4 other white jerseys coming in, no red and blue to support him. Grant with the fake pass. Now he does give it to Evans. Evans with some room. Just O'Connor on him. Spins, shoots. Saved by Ward, and that, we've seen Evans score on that play a bunch. There's the outlet the other way. Here comes Stephen Keel with the ball. He's going to give it to Smith and back to Keel. Ball's down in the corner. Keel throws it further down to the corner. There's Benesh out front. Great job by Evans to be on him. Chad Tutton's lost his stick. He's running up the floor. Can they get him an outlet pass? No, they're going to go to Stainhouse instead. Tutton cuts to the net, but Thompson picks him up well, coming off the bench.
Reverse transition has been really good for both teams.
A few breakdowns, but it's been just so fast when they're getting up there. But here's Grant. Tries to muscle through Jeremy Thompson. He's going to step back and shoot. Misses wide. It's going to go up off the mesh, and it'll be Chiefs ball. We're 5 minutes in here to the second period. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Don't know how many we've got. Alex might update us on that. 1,100.
Not
too bad.
Pretty good.
I thought we might have more. It's a big game. Come on, folks. Tell your friends. This is great lacrosse. Dane Smith shoots high. Picked off the boards by Scott Self. He's looking for Zach Courier. Courier takes it on one hop. McNamara and Sullivan are out there. He's going to go back to Evans, and Courier will go set a pick. Evans trying to spin off Sullivan. Jones is out there, and Brad Self. Scott Self was back covering a Chief. Oh, what a shot by Courier. Just misses the far side. He had some space. Couldn't quite get the angle. Oh, and then a strip. Jones has it. And they're going to say, I'm not sure what that call was, but the Chiefs will get the ball.
Not exactly sure what happened there either.
It may have been too many men because the Lakers had defenders coming on and offensive players going off, and then Courier stripped the ball and guys try to change direction. Weiss out on Keo. He gets it across to Benesh. He's picked up immediately by Dylan Evans. Shot by Stotts is blocked by Ian Lord. Roger Weiss gets it, but Nick Weiss strips him. Great defense by this Lakers team, and they're going to go down and face a Chiefs team that's been playing brilliant defense as well in this series.
You can see the Lakers are also playing Stephen Keo much tighter than they have the last 2 games because he has burned them with that outside look, 3 times.
John Grant to Joel Matthews in the shot by Turner Evans. That ball is dropped it and flings it back. That's the 3rd time this game he's thrown it back the length of the floor. This time right to Scott Self. Great effort by Jones on the forecheck. Lakers possession. Those are the kind of things that win championships.
Just one player was able to change 4 Six Nations as well.
Jones shoots. That one goes off of the defender, Brock. Jones gets it back. 10 seconds to get a shot on net. Vinarelli, great play out to Grant. He'll shoot. No. Passes it off the boards to Jones. 4 to shoot. Jones gets checked. Backhand whip. He's going to miss. Vinarelli tries to get it. And Vinarelli was hoping to get... Oh, now Jeremy Thompson is going to go as he grabbed Vinarelli by the face mask. No, he's just going to stop it. That's probably a good no call. Just tell them stop and let's play, or you go. Thought we'd have a penalty coming. Instead, it was just like, let's get it rolling. There's Stotts. Gives it off to Roger Weiss. Hard pass across to Dane Smith. Scott Self out on him. Randy Stotts, 2-on-1, Brad Self. Good pickoff because Dan Dawson was in alone if he hadn't caught it. Handles the hitting. A couple of hits, throws behind the back. Tutton takes it off one hop. Cut behind the back. Oh, Grant almost had another beauty, but Ward was there to stop it this time.
It's a big stop again by Ward. Both these goalies just out-dueling themselves. They've, the tandem of the Lakers and Ward have been doing it all series long, and I mean, there shouldn't be a surprise that they're doing it once again.
Boy, the pace of this game, I wouldn't say frenetic because that connotates a little lack of control or scrambliness. It's just been fast.
Mm-hmm.
He's looking for Courier. He's going to make the pass. Catch. Oh, it just gets away. And Ward will get it. Courier just about had it. Austin Stotts catches that pass. He goes to the net. He's double teamed, somehow holding on to the ball. Evans checking him. Hope will slide back out to the other side. And Stotts still has it. Tries to go by Evans, does so, scores. What a goal! Austin Stotts, the 18-year-old. That is a man's goal.
Wow. What an individual effort by the 18-year-old Austin Stotts. 13th goal of the playoffs, which has not been the entire playoffs for him, being a call-up. But look at this. Takes it to the net, realizes, okay, I'm not gonna score here. Takes it around the cage, holds on to it, waits, sees it, looking for a pass, no one to pass to, inside roll, and crease dive.
That's a gorgeous play. And that was pretty good defense by Dylan Evans. He just slightly overcommitted as Stotts went high. Just got up on the high side, and Stotts was able to slip underneath him. Evans still recovered and got a check on him, but Stotts, he's so talented and so strong.
Oh, it's his center of gravity is so hard. He's so hard to knock off. He's quick, and he's got those great hands as well.
Smith going to shoot. Saved by Vince. That's a big save, too. Not quite as big as the one on Benesh when he was in alone.
No.
And Vince threw up the hand, just got a bit of it with the hand. And then crossbar. Evans going to go back to Self. No, he goes to Grant, and that's in. It goes in with Ward. Grant paying dividends. After not being here for a few games, he was working in Denver. He has a huge goal. It's 5-4 and another response.
That's 4 points on the night now for Grant. You talk about big-time players and big-time moments, and that's what John Grant's doing tonight. See the transition. We said it was going to be a big part. John Grant takes the shot, and if we could see the replay here.
Oh, it goes in. Yeah, it gets
Ward
through him.
just can't hold on to it. Big goal. We talked about how Six Nations has been replying all the time. That's a huge reply for the Lakers to start, trying to make some space from this gritty, never say die Chiefs team.
Jeremy Thompson pops the square point of this regulation time. Boy, the way it's going, we may have overtime. That shot's well high. I just hope we don't have sudden death overtime because I don't know if I could take it. Here comes Scott Self. Oh, it just gets away from him. He grabs it, passes it over. A dive by Courier. He's landed on by Coates. He's going to run into Ward. Just gives him a little shove. Self had a huge goal the other night for Peterborough, and there's a big hit by Tutton on Brody Merrill just as he makes the pass. Shot by Stotts, stopped by Vince, and here comes Lord. Tutton wanted the ball. And Lord says, just pick him. Tutton gets it. There's the trailer. Self. Oh, what a save by Ward. Great ball movement in the transition by the Lakers. Now they've got to get some defenders out as the Chiefs are pushing it.
Ward was not settled there at all, but somehow getting back in position to make that stop.
Great job by the Lakers in reverse transition. I think that's what you'd call it after the Chiefs transition. You go back the other way, and then you got to get back. Benesh steps back, gives it to Smith. Stotts, they've got 5 to shoot. He's going to let it fly. That one goes wide, and it's going to bounce back over center. Austin Stotts flicks it behind him just before the shot clock expires, and Stotts going after Nick Weiss, who gave him a bump. Stainhouse takes it, and the Lakers will slow things down a little bit, let everyone catch their breath, including you and me, Patty. John Grant over to Turner Evans. Evans, remember, scored the winning goal in last year's 7th game. Stainhouse shoots. That one's stopped by Ward. He looks up the floor, makes the short pass, almost knocked down by Evans, but he does get it to Brody Merrill. I'm Steven Stamp with Pat Gregoire. The shot by Stotts again, the shoulder save by Vince. Long outlet pass to Stainhouse. Thompson out on him. Matthews is going to come and try and open some space. Now he cuts to the net. Vitarelli's there. The Lakers just have a traffic jam at the net, but Stainhouse scores! Stainhouse with the twister in tight, and it is 6-4, the first 2-goal lead of this Game 7.
20th goal of the playoffs for Stainhouse, and it's a beauty individual effort. Just takes his man right to the rack. And it was Sid Smith, too, to outmuscle Sid Smith. That's saying something. Big, huge, strong body. But Stainhouse just taking it right to the rack. And you say he finishes it off with the twister there. That's a big-time goal. Try to create some separation. Put the pressure on the Chiefs. And it's been a while since we've said. And we'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation. Visit their website. See it right there, www.dcfund.ca. They do some great work.
Love the commercial with Adam
Yes,
Beach.
yes.
He's a class guy. He's very cool.
ILA Sports, the shop of champions, located right in the ILA. Baseball, lacrosse, hockey, custom wear. You need it, they got it.
And Aero Express Sports?
Yes, Aero Express Sports. Like they said, Winter Lacrosse is coming up for them. Registration, or if you want to rent some floor, you can visit them at aeslacrosse.com.
That's the beauty of the full-time lacrosse-only facility down at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It is a great facility, and there's tons of lacrosse. I just love seeing all the kids out on the floor before games, after games. They're making the most of it. And get in touch with them. Use that floor space. Take advantage of it. It is a great resource. Grant, toe drag, shoots, just goes a little bit wide. You're going to say that Grant flattened David Brock after his shot, which he did. Smith watched by Zach Currier. Randy Stotts are slowing things down a little, coming up on 8 minutes left here in the second period. Dane Smith, that one's blocked. Comes straight out to Dan Dawson. Oh, what a save! Matt Vince with a huge one, and Dawson went through the crease and was the first guy to play it. Peterborough possession.
A huge bounce comes to Dawson, and he can't put it quite away because Evan Barr, so many times he's done it. Not the quantity of saves, it's the quality of saves we've seen.
Stainhouse stopped by Ward and off the post.
Just misses there.
They get it back. Matthews over to Grant. Possession for the Lakers after it went off of Ward. Turner Evans looking for it. I may have called Matt Vince Evan Kirk. It's a possibility. John Grant's going to take a shot. That one goes wide.
They've both been playing so well. That's a beauty that they have such a luxury of having two, quality goalies, whether it is Vince or
Matthews
Kirk.
To Evans. He's going to shoot. Saved by Ward. He's been the only guy playing regularly for Six Nations.
Yes.
Doug Jamieson has gone in. Boy, what a future for this franchise in net with Dillon Ward, still a young goalie.
Yeah.
He's one of the best in the game, but he's great. Warren Hill, who played with the Rivermen and played up this year, and he's a tremendous. He and Doug Jamieson both going in the draft this year. They could both be first-round picks.
Oh,
I don't know if they both will because our two goalies going to go. Benesh over to Stotts. There's a goal. That's the Lakers get away, and Randy Stotts reaches up and over.
Stotts so good in tight. He's got that great reach around shot that we just saw there. And the Chiefs are in an unfamiliar spot right now, which they haven't been used to in the last couple games, and it's playing from behind. They've been playing from behind all series, but not in the last few games, and we'll see this pass come out. Stotts all alone, the slide coming, and it's a little bit too late.
Yeah.
Tiptoeing on the crease, and like I said, he's got that beautiful reach around shot that goalies have such a hard time reading where it's coming from.
Robert Hope, so rarely will you find him out of position. He was a little high on that one, didn't get back in time on Stotts. And the body control, too, by Randy Stotts. He's a beauty. Like, just such a talented player. There's a shot, hard shot by Weiss. That one was actually tipped and almost fooled Vince, much like the shot by Culp earlier that got by Ward. Zach Currier running with the ball. How would he love to get to the net and score? And he's taken down. And about 3,800 Lakers fans say, I think that was a hold.
Yeah, it's a tough call. It's a very tough call. It takes away a scoring opportunity, which you usually see,
I think the refereeing's been very good, but that one I'm going to say I think I might have called. Self running the floor. Stephen Hoare racing to the bench to get Evans out, and Self will give it to him. Nice little move. The big pick, and the shot by Evans is stopped. Self's going to go after it. Knocks it over. Great play. Culp gets it, but loses his stick to 3 Chiefs. Great effort on both sides. the desire for the ball, the valuation of the ball tonight has been excellent in almost every case. A few turnovers, but a few unforced turnovers, mostly everything's caused. Weiss shoots wide on his offside. That goes up into the mesh. Lakers ball.
Yeah, and every time the ball hits the deck, I mean, guys are laying out for it. But what do you expect? It's Game 7. Yeah. They're really sacrificing their bodies. They want to punch their ticket to the Mann Cup.
Mann Cup will start on September the 9th. It will be brought to you by JVI Sports Network. John Grant, watched by Brock, fakes the pass, still has the ball. Matthews cuts through. Vitarelli does. The ball bounces away, but Grant's going to get it back with 7 on the shot clock. Fakes the pass. Now he goes off. Matthews misses, and Brody Merrill will pick it up.
Nice little jam there by Sid Smith and showing his old long pole skills that we saw for many years as a dominant pole at the college level and, playing with the Nationals as well.
Cody Jamieson stepping around a pick by Roger Weiss. That's going to be grabbed by Vince as it comes off the backboards. Long outlet to Evans. Once again, the first man off the bench. Skips away from him. He'll get there before Sullivan can check him. Stainhouse is there to help. Little bounce pass. Stainhouse is going to go one-on-one. 1-on-2. McNamara and Sullivan on him. Stainhouse still has it. Gives to Evans, who I think was a little surprised by that pass, but caught it. They're playing a two-man game. Now they come over to Grant. Shoots. Save. Oh, great effort. Oh, what an effort by Turner Evans. That would have been the goal of the series.
No doubt.
A little reminiscent of Tyler Pace in the Minto Cup when he was laying on the floor and flicked one behind him.
That's the type of energy that Turner Evans brings to this lineup there. A ball's on the floor. He's making sure he's going to grab it or at least make a big-time effort to get it.
Dane Smith, that one goes right into the 5-hole, right into the stick of Matt Vince. Boy, you can tell how good these teams are, how great a series is by the guys who aren't playing, the healthy scratches. For Peterborough, Holden Katoni, who's going to be a first-round pick in the draft. I think Eric Schul is out. I mean, he's been so good. For Six Nations, Vaughn Harris.
Yeah.
Briar Jonathan. There are good players not playing in this series just because the talent level is so deep. Mark Stainhouse called for the moving pick on Brody Merrill. Merrill a bit slow to get up. There's a long pass to Keogh. Matthews picks him up. Jamieson over to Weiss. Dawson takes it. 15 on the shot clock as Keogh works his way in. Dane Smith shoots. That one's blocked. Zach Currier hobbles for a bit, then jumps right up to go pick up Dan Dawson. That's what it takes to get to the Mann Cup, is that kind of commitment. And now Currier will hobble to the bench. You can see he's getting better as he goes. Just got to work it out. The tough thing now is you got to sit a shift. You're off for a couple of minutes and it can stiffen up. You got to keep that leg moving. Stainhouse on McNamara, trying to beat him, goes to the net. Stepped on the crease. Ward stopped it anyway.
Yeah, not the greatest of angles, especially when you have Dillon Ward, who's one of the best in the game with his angles.
And in the summer with the wooden sticks, the big sticks is the thing. It doesn't matter whether they're made of wood or plastic. I wouldn't mind seeing the summer game go to the smaller sticks they use in the winter. They move it around. Benesh with the shot. Vince gets that one. Hope's going to go the long way around the crease. 2.5 minutes to go in a barn burner of a second period. It was 3-3 in the first period. It's 3-2 Peterborough in the second for a 6-5 total. Great pick by Turner Evans. Paul Dawson just kind of drags him out of the way. Grant moving in. Vitarelli's on the ground, gets the ball, turns, shoots wide. Joel Matthews, nice fake, and kicks it out. Great effort by Matthews. I thought Matthews would make a difference if he was healthy enough to play, and he really has helped. There's a shot by Vitarelli. Ward looks behind him, but has it in his stick. That's a great save.
Heads up, real, shot clock's running down. It looks like most of the Lakers are pulling the bench. Good on Ward to stay with it and see that quick stick from so far out.
Pass over to Weiss, doesn't quite connect. So Keel will go track it down. Lord's back out on him, way high. Lakers doing it. There's the pass to Dawson. Score. No, he's in the crease. Dan Dawson doesn't believe it, but it did look like it caught a bit of Vince on the way in. And that may have been just enough to slow it down and let it be a crease call instead of a goal. Culp. Watched by Ethan O'Connor. He's going to get a pick from Jones. Sean Evans shoots, misses wide, but it comes straight out to Culp, jumps away from him, and Sullivan goes after it. Culp fighting with him. There's 3 white jerseys, which means they'll probably get it, but you never know with a Tasmanian devil like Culp.
He's as gritty as they come.
Boy, what a difference he made for Israel at the Worlds last year. There's Dan Dawson. He's going to pass. I thought he was going to let it rip. They go over to Weiss, who can't quite catch it, can't pick it up with one-hand attempt, and Hope is all over him. Warding off with the right hand is Weiss. Throws it out to Smith. He's going to let it rip. That one's blocked. And Nick Weiss soaked that one and is not feeling very good. They will go through bags and bags of ice. Matt Vince to come to the bench. Oh, no, they're calling the defenders. Tracy Koluski just wants everyone to hustle over. He is as intense as they come. That's saved by Ward. He's going to wait if he can. Yeah, he will be able to. Now Jones is going to go and force him. Ward just kind of knocking it around. Jones dives in, and Brock's going to give him a bit of a push as Jones had to go through Ward. You can't blame Jones for that one.
No.
The goalie's just trying not to pick it up. What they want is to have just 30 seconds or less for the final play. They're going to be off by about 2 or 3 seconds, so they won't be able to right till the end, but they do take a timeout, and they will set up with 6 attackers. Maple Ridge will come to Ontario, either right here at the Peterborough Memorial Centre or at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena for the Mann Cup starting September the 9th. We're going to be here bringing it to you. If you would like to be a sponsor for the Mann Cup, we'd love to keep these free games streaming. We need sponsors to do it, so get in touch with us, either Gary Webcast at, no, I don't remember the email. I just start typing and it fills in. So, I think it's Gary Webcast at, Alex, what's the email? You want to have it? I don't know. There we go, GaryWebcast at gmail.com. GaryWebcast at gmail.com. Or you can get in touch with me, Stampplax at hotmail.com.
Speaking of those sponsors, we'd like to thank Aero Express Sports, ILA Sports, and the Dreamcatcher Fund. All 3 of them, thank you very much for making this free webcast possible. Thank you to all our sponsors throughout this series.
Oh, yeah.
You guys have done a great job. We've had so much great feedback about people from the West watching it, people from the States watching it, people on vacation watching, and it's a great job because, when these games are in Peterborough, a lot of people that do have TV with Kojo can watch, but if not, they got to tune in here. And
yeah, well, and speaking about West, if you're out West and you want to see the Mann Cup and want to see your Berards playing, get in touch. We'd be happy to have you on board. You'd be a hero to your folks, your friends out there. Dawson with 20 seconds left, taking their time. Dawson, Stotts, and Smith, of course, on the right. Austin, Stotts, Banesh, and Jamieson on the left. Four goes up high, the pass across. Smith to Austin Stotts. He's going to shoot, misses. Hope gets it. They've got 6 seconds. Hope rips one, but I'm pretty sure he hit the, he got it by. Did that go over the scoreboard? Close. Robert Hope is having to talk to Ian Garrison. We're going to take a break. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thank you so much for being with us on this JVI Sports Network presentation of the Major Series Lacrosse Championship game. We'll be back with the 3rd period. Don't you dare miss it.
Hi, I'm Adam Beach, and I support the Dreamcatcher charitable foundation. With your support, we can help improve First Nation communities and make dreams come true. Because today's dreamer is tomorrow's leader. Your donation to Dreamcatcher leaves no one behind. To find out how you can help, visit dcfund.ca.
Welcome back, Lacrosse friends. It is Game 7. We are heading to period 3 with a 1-goal difference. There are the stats from the second period. The shots, 38-30 for Peterborough. That period, 18-13. That seems about right. I think they probably had a few more chances, but both teams just going gung-ho.
Yeah, it's Game 7. That's what you would expect. Teams putting their bodies on the line. I mean, those total shots could be definitely higher, but both teams sacrificing their bodies. I think we're in for a huge third period.
Yeah, we got some more pictures of people watching. This is fun. We haven't seen these. Alex just throws them up, and we get to look at them, and it's always fun. There you go, a Chiefs fan who right now is thinking, come on, guys, you can do it. And they can, but the Lakers fans are thinking the same thing. There's one on the laptop. It looks like that's at the office maybe. You got to get that to the computer, to the TV. HDMI cable, hook it up.
Oh, yeah,
There's
that's
a
still
silly
pretty,
shot.
That's still pretty good. You know,
that's a nice monitor.
Nice big monitor.
Yeah. Baseball and lacrosse.
There you go.
I'd reverse those.
Especially the Jays are getting crushed anyway.
Are they?
Right now, yeah. 5-1.
I have Vermont Voyagers.
There you go. Nice.
Seriously, I love that. And then the Chiefs shorts. Looks like, is it, or no? Just maybe some Voyager shorts. Let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of the game at JVI Video. We were talking about it. John Brandt,
Dillon Ward,
Dane Smith, Stainhouse is being Austin Stotts. Oh, that kid's unbelievable. He's a kid.
Yeah, it's we talk about both Stotts brothers so much and how big impact players they've been. One's a call-up and one's a player that's just.
Look at this.
This goal is unbelievable.
Fights off Evans. And I love the play here. Watch how aware he is of where Evans is. Bodying him, it's not there. Evans takes that step.
The inside roll.
Yeah.
And he recognizes that, the one defender is far crease side. So he's like, if I can inside roll here and take it to the net, I'm going to have an open, clear shot.
Is that the goal of the game? Probably not. As great as it was because of this.
Vintage John Grant Jr.
How?
There's no explanation except for who is shooting the ball, number 24. He's done that so many times in his career, whether it's here in the NLL, in Major Series Lacrosse. The guy is he's unbelievable. He's a legend, and there's a reason why his jersey is hanging up right here in this arena, because he's done that so many times. I talk about he's got so many goals, but it's the quality and just.
An unusual sequence, having the jersey retired first, but he was saying he didn't know when he'd be able to get back next year to do it, so they did it before the playoffs. And the Chiefs have the ball. Ethan O'Connor running back into his own end. We're underway, the final 20 minutes, possibly, to decide who will represent Major Series Lacrosse in the Mann Cup against the Maple Ridge Barrage. Congratulations to them, by the way, of overcoming some adversity, as you always have to do, to win a league championship. That one's blocked by Brad Self, and a huge hit in the middle. And Matt Vince needs to pick up some of his gear off the floor and put his helmet back together.
Huge collision. You could hear it up here in the press box. And
Robert Hope looking a little uncomfortable as he heads to the bench.
And Stephen Keogh's taking a seat down. We'll see the replay here. And it looks like it was Chad Tutton throwing the hit, and it looks like both players actually got knocked down there, Hope and
Jamison running across the top over to Stotts. He can't catch it. Lord runs him into the boards. Dan Dawson has it. Stotts is open as Lord fell down. They get it to him and it pops out of his stick. Glorious chance for Stotts, and it just rolled out.
You're not going to get too many prime chances like that the way that this Lakers defense is playing.
No, it's just Lord slipped down.
He's going to want that one back for sure.
Chances are this is going to be a pretty close game right through these final 20 minutes, so every chance is so critical. Evans trying to get by Coates, does so. The pick from Matthews, he throws it over to Jones. Turner Evans tries to hit Matthews, it's way high, but Evans will track it down. Nice pickup, though, by Dan Coates, and he'll head the other way. Dan Coates we haven't talked about much. You talk about great defenders. He's just the epitome of the guy you don't mention him because he doesn't make any mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. You can go a full game not really recognizing him. And as a defender that plays his role, that's a great thing. Yeah. I thought his last game was probably his best game this series. He was all over the place, and he's a great defender to have.
Ganesh with the shot, trying to go near side as he is wont to do. He gets the ball back. Vince turned him aside. Now he's checking where he is. I'll tell you, you talk to the Team Canada coaches who hadn't had a chance to coach and deal with them on a day-to-day basis. Here comes Smith down the outside. He's going to throw back to Dawson, who shoots. Foot saved by Vince, gets up into the Master Chiefs ball, and they rave about how hard he works every shift. They're saying they're up by like a bunch of goals against some of the weaker teams. Smith shoots, foot save. Okay, we've been saying all series that Dillon Ward is the best foot goalie in the league. Matt Vince has just put himself into the conversation with those 2 saves. But yeah, Coach, they were saying Coach just wouldn't back off. They'd be up by 15. He's out there working hard. It's all he knows to do. There's Smith with the shot. Just misses. Got by Hope, but couldn't get it past Vince. Jamison, 15 to shoot. Running out the top. Big pick by Austin Stotts. Dan Dawson has it way up high, sidling along the boards, and Cody Jamison's going off. Sorry, Dane Smith's going off. Austin Stotts shoots 5-hole, but Vince swallows it up. We're 2.5 minutes in. Here's the breakout to John Grant. He's got Stainhouse with him and Jones. 5 Chiefs, though. Grant's going to go to the 5th offensive player off the bench, Corey Vitarelli. Stainhouse to Grant. Grant's going off the floor. He's going to let Sean Evans come out. The pass comes to him. He's on his offside, shoots. Oh, what a foot save. Dillon Ward heard me and said, no. Do not give away my title. Nice pass by Billy D. Smith to Roger Weiss. What a smart play.
Veteran play from a veteran player.
I think Billy D. Smith, he's not going to get MVP votes because he plays that quiet role, but I think he's been a huge reason why this Six Nations D has come together so well in this series.
Yeah, he's a rock back there.
Oh, so good and so tough. Steven Keogh misses. 5 seconds to shoot. Banesh gets it. Stainhouse on him. 2 seconds, 1. Banesh hits Roger Weiss right in the face, and they're going to give it to, that's a mistake. And I think Ian Garrison's going to come down and correct Chris Williams. Williams just saw it go off someone, and Garrison is saying, that was Roger Weiss had hit, and the Lakers will get the ball. Yeah, that's just good communication.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're going to be talking about there. It definitely went off a cage, but it was the right call. Went off Roger Weiss's cage.
Austin Stotts is trying to convince Chris Williams that, no, it should be our ball. And he says, no, it did not go off Roger's face. And Roger's like, I'm not going to tell the refs, but yeah, it did. Audie, trust me, I felt it. Brad Self will take the ball. What a game. I'm loving calling this game.
It's an absolute treat.
Turner Evans gives it up to Grant. He's got Coates on him, the teammates in Colorado. Grant, who gave up the captaincy, the shot and the save by Ward's foot. Here comes Brody Merrill. Sean Evans getting back. Check him. Jamison and Brock coming with him. The pass to Jamison. Scores! Great shot by Jamison. An excellent pass by Brody Merrill to see who was there. David Brock is good. Cody Jamison's great. Threw it to the right guy.
And that's what makes, David Brock such a good transition player. He reads and reacts so well. Recognizes, I've got an Merrill's got an opportunity to hit Brock, but he sees Jamison there, and Jamison is so good taking that shot on the run. We talked about it so many times about how, him off the bench in transition is so huge, and that's a chance there where, he gets and he's not going to make a mistake.
Lakers come up with the ball off the faceoff as the score is tied again. Took a little longer this time for the Chiefs, but they did respond. This time to a 2-goal lead that the Lakers had taken. Chad Culp will hand it off to Sean Evans. Stainhouse looking for some space. Coates on him. Little slip pick by Evans, gets the ball back. Had to reach up. O'Connor on him. Somehow gets the pass through to Jones. 3 seconds. Jones will slip around a man and shoot. Someone just got a bit of him, and Billy D. Smith is limping off. That's not good news for the Chiefs, as he is really struggling to get to the bench. We'll see if he has to go to the room or if he's okay and coming back. He's definitely sore and bent over at the bench. Weiss, watched by Withers. Big pick by Austin Stotts. Ball bounces free, but Banesh grabs it. 12 on the shot clock. Randy Stotts gets a pick from Dawson. Roll, scores! The Lakers wanted something called, but what a two-man game by Stotts and Dawson, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. And you can hear the energy sucked out of this building.
Yeah, the Chiefs have done that so many times in these last 3 games, and now in the biggest game of them all, just when you think the Lakers, have control in this game right here, they just keep getting, and we'll see the replay right here. a perfect inside feed, and Dawson's not going to make a mistake there. We saw him score one like that already, but his foot was in the crease. He adjusts there. Body control on point for Dawson, and he puts that one back of the cage. He's just got that long reach that can just reach over the goalie and put it in the back of the net.
Chiefs. Boy, we've talked before how much fun he has scoring the game, scoring in the goals, and you can see it there. He is bouncing, skipping back to the bench. 8-6. Screaming,
let's go to the bench, and this team is so pesky. I was just finishing saying that when you think that one team, the Lakers grab momentum, these guys just grab the life out of this building, and it's a beautiful shot. We've seen them do that so many times in this building. The huge celebration after. And Stephen Keogh, I've given him so much praise, but for him to, break off that cross-check and be able to get that pass over to Stotts, and how many times have we seen him bounce around this floor, just so excited to score, and the fact that he's 18 years old is it's just not even fair.
He's missing class at Onondaga Community College, and boy, with 14 and a half minutes to go, it's looking like a good chance that he could miss more.
Speaking of Onondaga College, I got a text message from Holden McDonald, goalie down there. He's watching. He's watching with a bunch of guys on the TV. So hello to Holden and the OCC boys.
Yeah, hello to everybody watching out there. Thank you for being with us. Keogh, picked up by Tutton. Thanks for watching this JVI Sports Network presentation. There's a foot save by Vince. Stotts going after it, but Hope gets the loose ball. Stotts works hard for it, but Tutton's there to help out. Smart decision by the Chiefs forwards to get off, let the defenders get on, but it left Stotts all on his own. Grant with the ball. He's going to see what he can do as he gets it over to Evans. Billy D. Smith back out, moving pretty well. Comes out to Matthews. Vitarelli, quick shot, doesn't get through. It's going to bounce right back out to Jones. 10 on the shot clock. Jones fighting through Thompson, picked by Grant. Roll, he's there. Has the ball, 3 to shoot. Spins, shoots, save Ward. Joel Matthews racing for it with Mike McNamara. A little grab, and it's going to be Peterborough possession as John Sullivan spun Matthews by the hips. That's a good call. The reffing has been excellent in this game. I know people don't always love the refs, but boy, I think they've done a good job of calling what has to be called and letting the guys play the rest.
It's a very thankless position in sports.
Nobody likes the refs.
No.
Sean Evans with the ball. Shoots into the chest as Dillon Ward jumps across the crease. Remember, there was one game in the Oakville series where Peterborough scored. They clearly had 6 players on the floor. Ian Garrison saw that, made the call, and somebody chirped him in the stands. Why is he a bad name for being able to count to 6? Stotts with the shot. What a save by Vince.
Wow. Stotts with a bullet from the outside there. I know we keep saying this, and it's incredible that he's 18 years old, but the confidence that he has, and he's winding up there.
That one goes off of Lord. Evans pins Stotts along the boards, but he gets out. Weiss will go up to Dawson with 12 on the shot clock. Smith on Self, goes by. Oof, saved by Vince. The battle of the foot saves is on. Here comes Self running the floor. Looked at Vitarelli, keeps it, shoots. He got a big one the other night, doesn't have it this time. Looked like he was kind of running out of gas and didn't get too much on that one. Merrill gives it off to Randy Stotts. Down to Jamison. 12:15 to go. Chiefs in command here with the last 4 goals of this game. Brad Self trying to pick it up, but Benesh gets there. Ball is loose. Self gets it eventually. He's going to run. Tutton is already up the floor. 5 white and teal jerseys, and Self's just stripped by Paul Dawson. Sid Smith passes ahead, and here comes Austin Stotts. Boy, the next goal is just critical to this game. There are certain junctures in the game where you can feel it. If the Chiefs go up by 3, I don't like Peterborough's chances to come back. If the Lakers get the next one and get the crowd going again, it's a whole new game.
Very hostile in this building right now.
Stainhouse caught on defense. Again, he can play there some. Randy Stotts will flick it over, 4 to shoot. Dawson loses it. Hard work by Dylan Evans there. And here come the Lakers running the ball. Zach Currier trying to make some space for Stainhouse. Stainhouse is going to go for a run with Brody Merrill on him. Trying to go through the 2 of them. Spins, passes it over. Didn't quite get it to Jones, or he had some room to shoot. and Coates jumps out on him. Big pick by Vitarelli, the save by Ward. We're nearing the midway point of the third period. That one's thrown away. Dillon Ward is human.
I was just about to say that. I mean, we haven't seen him make too many errors. There was one bad pass. I think it was in game maybe 5, but besides that, even his passing has been on point.
Matthews knocked down, holds on to it, and I think that was a pass. Well, maybe it was a shot. I'm not sure, but Grant gets it. He throws it over to Evans. Matthews opening space, double pick, shot into the 5-hole, into the stick. McNamara takes his time. Composure, as they know they're up by 2 and half a period away from going back to the Mann Cup that they won in 2013 and 2014. The Lakers, of course, went last year. Victoria won it for the West for the first time in 10 years. Smith, huge save by Vince. Self, it's Hoare that gets there first, and Self goes to the bench. Turner Evans is out there. Withers, Hoare shoots, big save by Ward. They fight for it. Hoare almost had it. Oh, Withers comes up with it. The ball's knocked loose. Who will get there first? It's going to be Mark Stainhouse. Lakers possession, throws it over to Hope. Oh, great effort by everyone on the floor. What a game. Sean Evans, little fake pass. Sid Smith picks him up. Here comes Stainhouse for the pick. Brock just kind of shoves him aside, has to do the old head dunk to get the helmet back in position. Jones tries to feed it through, but can't get it to Vitarelli. They're going to say possession foul as he was knocked down trying to catch the pass.
It's the right call there, I think.
Evans backing down. Sid Smith on, and Billy D. Smith helps. Behind the back pass, Jones shoots, save. Didn't quite get that where he wanted. Had to adjust the shot with the passing lane or the shooting lane taken away by a stick. Jamison gets it. Coming up on 9 minutes to go. Roger Weiss over to Jamison. He's going to run high. He sees something he likes. There's the pass to Benesh. It pops out. Vince tries to hop on it. Benesh gets it. Save. He had to hurry back into position. Benesh watched by Courier, who strips him, gets the ball. He's going to push it, but 2 Chiefs defenders, forwards already out at the bench. Grant backing it in. Got 3 guys on him, throws it over to Matthews. Pass across from Matthews. Grant wants to shoot. He will, just misses wide. 4 in the shot clock. They won't get another chance, but Merrill's going to run the ball up the floor. Austin Stotts taking his time. Chiefs don't have to push things, don't have to press, but they do have to keep pushing. Ball out to Weiss. He's going to pass it over to Smith. 8 seconds left, and Dan Dawson's already at the bench. They're going to get a defender, Dan Coates, out as Austin Stotts gets the shot and gets possession back. And there are 6 Chiefs on the floor. Oh, no, there's only 5. I take it back. I thought one of them had jumped out a bit early. Well, Coates was still out there, but no, they're good. And they set it up in the offensive zone. That shot is blocked. Hoare has it in his stick. He's running. He looks at the Chiefs bench. Goes to the net. Shoots. Oh, what a save by Dillon Ward. He has been huge.
Both these goalies out-dueling themselves throughout this third period, throughout this game right now. I mean, you talk about 2 goalies that are absolute athletes.
Cody Jamison backing down. Got a little space. Saved by Vince. That ball is up in the air. It's loose. Grabbed by Evans. Merrill on him. Evans comes out. Runs into 3 men. He's taken down. The Lakers want a penalty. They felt he was held. Now he's holding on to Merrill's arm. Under 7 minutes to go here. Boy, remember, you've got a few minutes to tweet us at JVI Video to let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of the game. Dan Dawson has the ball. Over to Dane Smith. Pass in front is knocked away by Scott Self. They're trying to get it through to Benesh, but Self's all over him. Randy Stotts shoots with 2 seconds on the clock. And Vince stops, and all the Chiefs are heading for the bench on that one. To get their defenders out. Lakers desperately need to put something together here and get a goal. The Chiefs just want to keep up the defensive pressure they've had and let Dillon Ward see the ball. Turner Evans, the big goal last year. Can you get one for them tonight? Going to go over to Adam Jones. 7 on the shot clock. Thompson picks him up on the switch. Vitarelli trying to create some space. 3 to shoot. Behind the back to Vitarelli. It actually picked up by Turner Evans. He just runs out of time. 5:51 to go. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire. Thank you for being with us on this JVI Sports Network presentation of the Major Series Lacrosse Championship Finals. And thank you to Aero Express Sports, the ILA Sports Store, and the Dreamcatcher Foundation for making this game possible. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as we are. Dan Dawson over to Stotts. Back pedals with Lord on him. Dawson takes it. 8 on the shot clock. Brad Self defending him. Dawson wants to shoot. The save by Vince. Drops on it. Brad Self will take the ball up. A few minutes still before the Lakers start pulling Vince on offensive possession, so they're going to try and do it 5-on-5. But the Chiefs just not allowing transition because they are getting guys to the bench. It's going to be really tough. There's a shot that goes wide by Grant. Evans picks it up. Merrill on him. He gets inside position. Nice recovery by Merrill. Pass across. Culp couldn't handle it. Gets it now. Goes to the net. Pass out. Vitarelli or Grant. He's flattened. Great play by Brock. And then Sid Smith lifts himself off of Grant. The shot by Evans goes wide. Late shot by Culp. Under 5 minutes to go.
That's another huge stop. Defensive stop. They're just collapsing so well.
Dane Smith.
And the great Dane.
A dagger. 9-6, 4:37 to go. Austin Stotts is getting into it with Chad Tutton, and Cody Jamieson comes and says, Audie, we just scored. We're up 9-6. Let it go. Just like Dane Smith, just let that shot go, and there's jubilation on the Chiefs bench. What a goal.
And it's pretty much exactly what we said. You know, that last goal he had, quick little jab step. This time he powers through 2 Laker defenders, takes it to the rack, and he buries it and does his best Austin Stotts impression with the big woo, hands to his side. And we're at a 9-6 games, and if you're a Lakers fan, if you're a part of the Lakers, you're probably really starting to worry now as there's 4 minutes and 20 odd seconds left in this game, and it just seems that the Chiefs just can't believe how pesky this team is. Coming back down 3-0. We knew the series wasn't over, but did we know this thing was going 7 and the Chiefs were going to win? I don't know. We knew it was going to be a great series from the get-go.
Okay, the Lakers will come forward. And here comes Matt Vince now to the bench. John Grant takes the ball. 6 attackers for the Lakers. It's desperation time. Joel Matthews over to Grant, to Evans. He runs across the middle, back to Matthews. He'll shoot. Save, picked up in the crease, scores! Mark Stainhouse with a huge goal to make it a 2-goal game with the extra attacker. Great play by Stainhouse. We talked about Joel Matthews being a little shy early in the season to take his shot. He was being too deferential. Here, he sees the opening. They told him to shoot. He does. The rebound picked up by Stainhouse, stays out of the crease, and buries it. It's a 2-goal game, 3:43. Lots of time left. Sid Smith's going to change positions on the line, so they have 3 defenders up. But what a beauty by Stainhouse to scoop it up and tuck it home. Thompson and Withers. Big face-off here, and they are locked in a battle. They're both locked in there. Nobody can get any much of an edge. It comes out eventually. Boys, a ref, you don't want to have to decide that. You want them to pull it out. That ball is loose. Tutton almost had it. Now it comes out. Hope's going to go after it. Diving attempt by Keogh, and eventually Stephen Hoare gets it. A huge possession for the Lakers, much to the delight of the fans here. Almost 4,000 in this arena. John Grant Jr. with it. Down to Corey Vitarelli. They've got 6 attackers again, and Matthews again with the ball. Evans, stutter step. Now Vince is going back. Evans shoots. It's blocked. And picked up by Dan Coates. Stainhouse sprinting to the bench to get the defenders off. Here comes Jamieson. The Lakers now have to take some chances, have to push things. And It can lead to difficulties, lead to chances the other way, but you don't have much of a choice. Trailing by 2 in the final 3 minutes here. We'll see who can succeed. Dane Smith with the ball. There's a shot high by Benesh. Goes straight over to Randy Stotts. 6 seconds on the shot clock. And Stotts just grabs with his loose arm. That should have been a call. They're going to say goal instead. That will be controversial because Stotts just grabbed the defender around the back, threw him aside, picked up the ball and went and scored. Boy, that's... Whoa.
That is a deflating goal to say the least.
Yeah. 10-7. Stotts grabs it, goes in. Great shot. And a great play if he can get away with it. Lakers with 6 attackers on the floor. Vince off to the bench. Movement, shot. Jones can't quite connect. Matthews runs into Merrill, but he's got it. Sid Smith will just roll it to the forwards, and they're not gonna rush themselves as they have a 3-goal lead with less than 2 minutes to go. There's Dane Smith cutting to the net. Lord turns him aside. Smith hits the cutting Dawson. It pops away. Brad Self gets it. And Paul Dawson was just standing down in the defensive zone, keeping an eye on Sean Evans, who'd stayed on the floor. Pass across. Grant has it. Vince to the bench. 6th attacker comes out. Evans behind the back. There's going to be a possession call as Vitarelli was absolutely flattened in front of the net. Actually, Brad Self, and he's going to go to the bench, get another attacker on. It'll be Joel Matthews. Vitarelli out to Grant. Stainhouse. Cross to Vitarelli. Stainhouse has it. They got to get a shot soon. He passes to Grant. He'll let it go. Saved by Ward. Close. Chiefs with the ball. Jamison under a lot of pressure. The Lakers forcing. Jamison running around. The Lakers trying to get all over him. Keogh has it. Hope and Courier on him. He's just going to throw it back. Into the final minute. The Chiefs 52 seconds away from playing host to the 2012 Mann Cup. Jamison will just whip it the length of the floor. Tries to get it to Keogh, who catches the ball, places it down. 45 seconds. Vince to the bench. The Lakers need 3. It would take a miracle. Vitarelli to Matthews. Behind the net, Stainhouse looking for someone. What a pass. Jones just misses, though. It's in the crease. Jones can't play it as he went through the crease, and it's going to be Six Nations possession. 29 seconds.
Six Nations wins. It's Ward. Okay.
29 seconds to go. Chiefs will have the ball. They're getting into it. Merrill and Evans. Merrill with the big punch throw. Evans is going to grab him by the jersey, and Merrill's been sent to the dressing room. So has Evans. It's not really going to matter at this point with 29 seconds to go. The Chiefs will be the Major Series Lacrosse champions after being down 3-0. We have no precedent. We don't know when this happened last time. There was some thought for a while it was Brooklyn in 1990 or 2000, but no, it didn't happen.
Yeah, no.
They were actually up 2-0. Thank you so much to the Dreamcatcher Charitable Foundation for making this presentation of Game 7 possible. They do some great work. Go check them out. There's the website. ILA Sports, the Shop of Champions. So much available in there. All kinds of sports.
How
and
fitting.
Aero Express
How fitting.
Sports. Yeah.
They are the suppliers of this.
Remember their Winter League. 13 seconds. 12. Picked off by Scott Self. It's not really going to matter. The pass ahead. Ian Ward will take a shot. He misses. And Dan Dawson holding the ball. The Chiefs storm the floor. And it is the Six Nations Chiefs, 2016 Major Series Lacrosse champions.
unbelievable. 4 games straight.
Yeah.
The Lakers, faithful here. Can't believe this. I mean, I said it before. I mean, we knew that this was going to be a series when they went down 3-0. We knew they were going to come back and, make this a series. But for these last 4 games, for them to battle back and how just a different team we saw, it's tip of the cap, because that was incredible lacrosse that we saw from both these teams. But the peskiness, the never quit that this Six Nations team has had, and it's a big part because of that man right there who's getting the taps on his back and some big hugs, because he was lights out.
Absolutely brilliant. Richie Kilgore hugs him. Everybody's hugging him. There's Leo Sturos, who had a big role in this team this year. Isn't dressed for these ones. Craig Point down there, a little banged up in the finals. He hasn't been playing, but so much depth. We didn't even mention Craig Point. We were talking about the guys who aren't playing, and he's another one. The handshake line is happening. What a series. 2 great teams. And the amazing thing, Six Nations down 3-0 in the series and come back. And then in this game, it's 6-5 Peterborough, and then they go up 7-5. Or 6-5 after 2 periods. They were up 6-4, and then 5 straight goals by the Chiefs. This copyright broadcast is presented by the authority of the JVI Sports Network and may not be reproduced in part or in whole or in part or rebroadcast in any form without the expressed written consent of the JVI Sports Network. It's been our pleasure to bring it to you. We're going to hang around for a little bit while they do some presentations.
You know what? Let me get this straight, as as the Lakers are getting cheered off the floor from this unbelievable fan base.
Yeah.
This is not a choke job by the Lakers by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
This is just the Six Nations Chiefs digging down deep. And yes, they did go down 3 straight, but they were very much, especially in the games, in Game 1 and Game 2. The first 2 games were so close, they got blown out in the third. But you know what? The stat lines of all these games really don't show how truly close it was. But this Game 7 is an instant classic. We saw this Six Nations team take over, though, in the third period.
Our 3 stars of this game, the third star, Dillon Ward, was very good.
Yeah.
The shots on goal, 52-49 for Six Nations. Some good quality chances for Lakers. Ward just was excellent with 45 saves. Several of them brilliant.
Awesome stats as well. I mean, he became so clutch in this series down the stretch, especially these last 2 games. And number 1, the first star, Dane Smith. You talk about clutch. That guy was unbelievable tonight, showing his athleticism, his skill. He's showing why he's one of the most electric players in the game, and probably one of the most dangerous, if not the most dangerous lacrosse player in the game right now.
Yeah, I would think at this moment you'd have to think that. Once he was over the plantar fasciitis, it's hard to believe he did what he did down the stretch of the NLL season when he was dealing with that. Took most of the summer off, had to have some things dealt with. He was on crutches for a while, came back, and has been outstanding. Jim Brady, the commissioner of Major Series Lacrosse, is on the floor. We'll be presenting silver medals to a despondent Lakers team. Brady will be presenting the league championship trophy and the Johnny Shooter Davis trophy for the playoff MVP. Brady waiting to make the awards. You want the Lakers captains group, that's Scott Self, Sean Evans, and Brad Self. Sean Evans is not heading up, he's letting Scott Self go on his own. They're going to take the silver medals, and Scott Self is such a classy veteran. He will be appreciative, but it's tough to go get those silver medals when you felt like you had it at 6-5 lead, 6-4 lead in your hands. And the Chiefs just grabbed it, snatched it away from them, and the great effort from the Lakers.
Like they did in the series, They tipped the cap to both these teams for an unbelievable series we saw. But But this gritty, chippy, just unbelievable, pesky team by the Chiefs.
And to the left of what we're seeing on screen, where Jim Brady is, you can see the guys on the line. And look down at the bottom. Austin Stotts is 77. He is just smiling up a storm. He's pumping his fist. He is still like in mid-game form. He's so pumped up. Sid Smith going up. He's the captain. He takes Cody Jamieson and Dan Coates, the alternate captains, with him. And they will accept the gold medals. Jim Brady giving Sid Smith one. He tucks it into his shorts. Cody Jamieson, what about this guy who couldn't play? And
a game changer, a series changer, to say the least.
Oh.
You put him on the floor, all of a sudden now you got to pay attention to him as well, and that frees up space for Dane Smith, Benesh. It's just kind of completely changes the dynamic of the floor, and then also you have Cody Jamieson on the floor, who definitely was a big-time impact player.
Oh, what a factor he was. Sid Smith accepting the MSL Championship trophy. And these teams between them have won 7 of the last 11 Man Cups.
Wild.
The Brampton Excelsiors have won 3 in 2008, 2009, 2011. The Chiefs won in 2013, 2014. The Lakers in 04, 06, 07, 10, and 12. And Victoria Shamrocks last year.
Yeah.
So the Maple Ridge Barrage will try to cut into that streak. It's been a long time since a Western team won in the East. It used to go back and forth every year until this last decade, really, when the Lakers, won 5 of them, but the MSL really kind of took over. The MVP, Dillon Ward. No big shock.
No surprise in Dillon Ward fashion, casually walking up.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I won this? Nice. But I'm dead serious. If Dillon Ward doesn't stand on his head in that game 4, this series is definitely over, and the Lakers are the champions. He really turned the series around.
Game 5, too.
Game 5, he was fantastic. Game 6, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
Game 7, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
He really was fantastic in the games they lost, too, though.
Oh, he was. Except for Game 3.
Game 3, yes.
He was
game
very
3.
bad. He said, that's the worst one I've had. I played in a long time. I had to redeem myself. And Dillon Ward is carrying the trophy pretty casually, too. He is such a laid-back guy. And that is the secret of his success. Some goalies like to get pumped up. Dillon Ward, he just puts the trophy down. He's going over for the team picture with the team award and does not bring the MVP trophy with him. And that's part of a reason for his success, too.
And you know what? I will say, obviously, these guys are pumped up, but you can tell, just look at the look on their face right now. They know they still have some unfinished business to do. They're not ready. They're not content with this major series championship. They want the big thing. They want the Man Cup.
They got used to it. They won 2 in a row in 13 and 14. They won 1-1 out in Victoria, came back here and played the Shamrocks again, and 2 great series, and they got a taste for it. They liked it, and last year they were very disappointed when they felt they had the team to go and do it again, and Turner Evans got that heartbreaking goal for them, a joyous goal for the Lakers to win the MSL Finals in Game 7 last year. This year, it's Dillon Ward, Dane Smith, Austin Stotts.
Yeah.
You got to remember this team. I know Peterborough didn't have Curtis Dixon all year because he had a sports hernia injury, and he could have made a difference. But Six Nations was missing Cody Jamieson for a good chunk of the playoffs. The first 3 games of the finals, they were missing Jordan Durston, who's been a huge addition to this team this year. They're missing Johnny Powis, who's out. Durston with the knee, Powis with the concussion, and they're missing Rob Marshall, a big part of their defense. And they just stepped up. And I don't know. As Ward, absolutely deserving MVP, absolutely 100%. He was my vote.
Yeah.
I don't know if they win this series without Austin Stotts.
No, I definitely agree. It changed a complete dynamic to that side of the floor. He was, like you said, he was such a game changer, and just also to the fact that when Peterborough was heading into the game, they didn't really know too much about him. So it was, and in that Game 1, I mind you, they did lose that game. But Game 1, that's where he really made a name for himself, and people looked out, wow, we know this guy's a great junior player. We know he's going to go do some great things at the collegiate level, but he showed tonight that he is ready to play with men, and showed all series long that he is ready to play at the pro ranks. Obviously, he's going to OCC first, but I think if he entered the draft this year, he'd be going real
he'd be
high.
Very high. After that series, take a look at the third period stats.
And very even, 19 for Six Nations. Peterborough with 20 overall, 52 to 49 in total shots. We knew it was going to be a close series from game 1 all the way to game 7. We knew it was going to be close. Did we know it was going to be in this fashion? 3 straight for Peterborough and then 4 straight for Six Nations? No, I don't think anyone really knew that. But did we know that Six Nations had it in them to possibly pull it off? We did. We said that this series was not over, and these guys knew especially, and boy, is the Man Cup going to be a classic as well.
And I'll tell you, when Peterborough got up 3-0, I thought, okay, there's no way they sweep, but I did not honestly think that Six Nations could do the reverse sweep, and they did. Very impressive by both teams. We're going to wrap things up. Thank you so much, everyone, for being with us. Thank you to the Dreamcatcher Foundation, to Aero Express Sports, and to the ILA Sports Store. Broadcast dates for the Man Cup. There they are, starting Friday, September 9th. It goes Friday, Saturday, day off. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, day off. Friday, Saturday. It says it'll be pay-per-view, but we wouldn't mind doing it with the free if we can get the sponsors to cover it. So get in touch with us and talk to us about sponsorship. I know it's going to be big viewership. It's going to be an exciting series. So get in touch.
And you folks out west, especially if you want to watch.
You want to watch it? Get in touch. We will try and do it. We want as many people as possible to see it. That will do it for us from Peterborough for the Major Series Lacrosse Championship Finals. I'm Stephen Stamp with Pat Gregoire on behalf of both of us and the rest of the JBI Sports Network. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you at the Man Cup.